Wonder Diamond, South India's largest lab-grown diamond brand, stores at Chennai, Coimbatore, Bangalore and Hyderabad.
Hello, Bosco Martis. Welcome to Galattaplus.
Thank you.
And good to have a choreographer turned director of a dance horror comedy.
With emotions.
With emotions. Acha, you've never, there's no stone unturned. Everything
everything is
like everything is there.
Yeah,
now, I want to ask you, is there a similarity between dance choreography and directing?
I think the medium is just almost the same, because in a song, when you're doing a dance choreography, you're telling a story. Just that you've been given 4 or 5 minutes or 3 minutes to tell a story.
Can you give an example?
For example, if I'm doing a song which has a story like I did a song for I, and there was a story like Beauty and the Beast. There was a story that I had to, so if you see that song, there's emotion, there's action, there's everything, there's things happening, and I had to do that in 4.5, 5 minutes. Now it's an extended version. Like I can now, if that was a story in a film, what would happen? Then there would be certain amount of screenplay that would take the story ahead. So that gives me the opportunity of exploring. Yes, there would be no sound, but I think the sound should play in your head while you're directing that. So then that is the beauty of how you kind of want to make this visible as a choreographer, as a storyteller. Because if you have music in your, in your narrative, and you can feel it, I think it's just a best way of projecting what you want to showcase.
Among all the songs that you've choreographed, do you have a favorite?
But there are so many, and I think some are special, some are very special, and some are timeless. Like if Senorita, if you talk about Senorita, it's timeless. Then there's another song called Galla Gudia. I think it's timeless because it's done in one take.
One take, yeah.
And you have actors who are non-dancers, and then to accommodate them in this whole one take itself is a task. But that's one of my special songs. And I think off late, like some songs have just been so, the way it's been crafted, like audio visual. Sometimes you put all the effort and then it doesn't glorify the way the audience looks at it. But I think it's something that if you want to showcase, and if you're happy, and one of those songs that I feel I was really happy, it's very minimalistic. It was Pashmina, which Katrina and Aditya Roy Kapoor, he did that, and it's less is more. So you just have two of them just beautifully depicting their story. So that's one of my favorites, and I really loved shooting that.
So when you're talking about Galla Gudiya kind of thing, you're actually directing it. It's like
absolutely.
So that was all your practice for directing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, that was my practice. I've been practicing for the last 11 years to direct, so I guess it's worth the wait.
Your film is, as we said, horror dance comedy with emotion. What is the most difficult aspect of directing for you?
I think the most difficult aspect of directing is there's a lot of conviction that you need to have in yourself, so that the actor knows that, okay, what this guy is saying is he believes in it. So once he believes in it, we have to believe in this whole journey so that it's fruitful. And I think it is one man's vision with a lot of team work that puts this together. So even if there's one actor who's not convinced about what you want to do, it shows on screen, and you know that is something. So when you say the performances were weak, or you say, that means the director is not being convincing enough to make you believe that this is what he wants to say. So that comes across in your performance, and then I think that's where an actor feels that, it was a weak performance that I've given. But I think the director needs to be so convinced that this is what he wants to showcase or show.
You have worked with many directors, and I'm sure you've imbibed a lot of what you're doing now from watching many of them.
Yeah.
If you were to name one person in terms of craft and storytelling who has been your biggest inspiration, which director would that be?
There are three of them.
In terms of filmmaking.
Yeah, there are three of them who are really very strongly influential in terms of the way, they tell their stories. One is Mr. Sanjay Leela Bansali, sir, because he adds music, he adds drama, he adds scale, So he's a storyteller with the kind of, he amplifies the whole visual medium. I love Imtiaz Ali because Rockstar, if you just see the title sequence, he's told the story in that title sequence. The journey of this guy, how he's destroyed, then he's young, he's living his glory, and suddenly he's all alone by himself. I think that journey it's so easily to be putting it on paper, it's very easy.
Right.
But now to execute this as a film, it's a massive task, and it is somebody who knows what he's doing. So Imtiaz Ali for sure, and cannot forget my favorite Zoya Akhtar, because the kind of films that it's very refreshing to see the films that she's done in the past, and I'm glad and I'm lucky that we've been a part of this journey. What she's in the movies that she's done, they're probably incomplete without us, and we are incomplete without her.
What was the thing that you learned from Zoya?
From Zoya, I think the way she treats her characters, they're not very loud. They're real people. In every, like, look at Gully Boy. They're real people, and she's gone into the slums and she's taken their life, and she's kind of depicted that. And if it was Dil Dhadakne Do, she's gone into their lives. She's seen how they live. She knows what their problems are. She knows how they kind of behave, and it's fantastic. And then if you see Zindagi Milegi Na Dobara, though it's again about three friends, but how their lifestyles, how each one is, living their life. So, and their conflicts and the way they kind of, come out, as winners, and it's so beautifully. Her narrative is so beautiful and smooth.
So how did the idea of Rocket Gang come about?
Yeah, when I said 11 years, I've been thriving with this idea of directing, and
Right from day one.
no, not from day one. I think I never thought of becoming a choreographer. I was really shy where dancing was concerned. So I became a sportsman, and I was playing football. So that glory, and I was good at it. So my conviction and my personality suddenly changed as from being a shy person to knowing how to lose and win. So that really helped me, gain that personality that I was looking for. And then one day I saw Caesar dancing, and then I said, that's a cool, style that he has. I think I want to ape, his style and want to do what he's doing. And then I started seeing him dancing, doing my own bit, because that was the only exposure. We didn't have social media to kind of, or internet to kind of explore, what back in the days. And Caesar was my reference point of dancing. So I started learning, and then we kind of played together in football, and from there on we went on to becoming a dancing duo, and then I think we started being backup dancers for Shan and Sagrika, and then Rageshwari's music video. I think that whole journey from Rageshwari's music video to now, it's been 22 years that we've got our first song from Mission Kashmir, which is Rain Poshmal. Also, I'm jumping the whole cycle, but having said that, 11, 11, 22 and 22 years, all these dates have just been so powerful, and I don't know whether, I don't believe in them, but it's just coming, very strong to me. It's just like, so it's just been around. So from becoming a choreographer, a choreographer who has earned a certain amount of respect in the industry, I just wanted to extend my vision by telling a story now. And we had about 500, 600 songs to our kitty. And I said, might as well now try and extend, because sometimes we used to do songs for a movie, and then, my friends or fans would say, the only best thing about the film was your song. And then I used to feel, okay, if that's the best thing, then why not tell a story? And then take that onus of making the song and the film look good. So that really helped me to jump that whole situation from being a choreographer to now telling a story as a director. So I just wanted that whole process to come across smoothly, and it's taken a while, but it's been worth the wait.
Unique combination of all these genres, that was what you started off with?
As for wanting to direct?
Wanting to direct.
No, I started off, my first film which was we were signed. Imtiaz Ali was going to produce it. Sid Roy Kapoor was supposed to be presenting it, and it was a Korean remake, which was My Girlfriend is an Agent, which was an action, love story. That didn't really take off then, and then I jumped into a dance, to making a dance movie, which I planned, and I was maybe a bit too late because then ABCD happened, so I had to sit back and look at. But I'm glad that ABCD did so well, and it just opened boundaries for a lot of other choreographers who could tell a story and also be fearless about telling a story with maybe no stars and just telling a true story, like just living the dream of a dancer. And from there on, I think there were certain films that I tried to attempt, and that didn't really fall into place. I tried creating circus. So I wanted to do that. 5 years of my life went into just trying to build and get a star, because circus was again a massive spectacle that I was looking into. And then I realized that it is going to be a tough thing to get a star, because there are a lot of dynamics when stars come into play. And then I felt like, why don't I make my film a star? Like, let the film talk, and then, I'm not dependent or
you can do what you want.
Yeah, I can do what I want, and I just have these good-looking people with me and supporting me and my vision, and I have a great studio which is, backing me with a story that I wanted to tell, and it's been a non-compromising journey. So they've really helped me to do a great job with the film.
Who is the actor or actress that you've never choreographed for but wish you had?
That's a cool and a tough one. I think I have never got to choreograph Helen ma'am. I think what a beautiful journey, what a beautiful life she's had, and she's been such a fearless performer. The way her songs are epic. The way her body language, the way her persona, the way she was so graceful and so fearless.
Right.
I wish I was there around that time. Yeah.
What do you feel about the fact that films have begun to cut down on song and dance? Audiences have also begun to change, because the minute a song or a dance sequence starts coming out, they start looking at the thing, partly because these are released on YouTube earlier, and they have a feel of the song and dance and whatever it is, and they've seen it there, and
then why invest in?
It
really depends on, because most of our songs which have been releasing on YouTube actually gain a lot of attention, so that people can come and watch that on cinemas, because now you're getting that whole canvas to watch it. So it really depends on the song. It really depends on what your visuals are. It really depends on how the song is placed in the film. If it is just an item song, like what one says, and if it is glorifying, then people do enjoy that. The way you've conceived this, because again you're watching on YouTube or you're watching it on a phone, the experience is completely different when you're watching it on cinema. So I think cinema is here to stay, and you have to experience that to enjoy the glory.
And this film obviously has songs.
It has a lot of songs, but the songs just do not come because it's supposed to entertain. There's something that is leading the story on, so you'll not feel heavy. You'll not feel that it's song heavy.
What is your favorite Hollywood musical?
Singing in the Rain.
That was just came out like that.
Yeah, I've lived with that film, and I just love Gene Kelly and the aura that he had, and it's such a treat to watch. Such a good-looking man, fearless, the way he moves. There's so much style, grace, and panache in the way he kind of projects himself.
Yeah, I'd seen videos of him and heard stories of him training. Insane. He would just go on and on, like Fred Astaire. They would just go on and on and on till every little move was perfect.
Yeah, and that's what you see. Look at how epic Singing in the Rain, just the title track, is.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. It's a narrative with so many things going on that is taking the story ahead.
You know, there are choreographers who just go on and follow their instinct, and then there are those that actually write a song screenplay. What kind are you?
I really wait for a song to help me build a story, and sometimes I have to depend on a story because certain songs have worked without me having the song. So it's just the whole narrative of how a song is displayed, like how a story is displayed, and then attaching the visual to it. I think it's a beautiful combination of that. Sometimes a song or a beat or a music instrument gives me that kick to produce something that will slap the visual and audio visual medium. So I think that is what makes me very inspired to create a right visual to that beat. Right. So the process is, yes, it gives me a pleasure to have a song and the lyrics to make the narratives a little more smoother.
The top 5 songs ever choreographed, in your opinion? I know there's like 100, but if you were to pick off the top of your head, the top 5 songs.
Yeah, I think Hoto Pe Aisi Baat.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, Hoto Pe Aisi Baat. Then there was Farah Ma'am's in Om Shanti Om. That was something that is epic, and it stayed back with me. It's technique with choreography. It blends so well. It brings happiness on my face when I watch it. Then there was Koi Mil Gaya. Yeah, so again that song brings a lot of happiness when you watch it come alive.
Koi Mil Gaya and Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right, okay.
Yeah.
Not the...
Kuch Kuch Hota Hai had from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
Yeah.
Koi Mil Gaya from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Yeah. So 3, and Ritik's evergreen epic Ek Pal Ka Jeena. And I'd like to have one of my songs, which is which has been a treat. But if you see, we got like my first song, Rin Poshmal, which wasn't easy because you're creating something, and then there were so many things happening. There was an action sequence happening. There was Shankar Mahadevan, Shankar Ehsan Loy performing. Then the Ritik comes, as a fantasy, and then that whole glory of taking, bringing things together. It was just a great experience.
Right.
That will stay back because every beat, every shot was, I had Viddu sir coming and saying, because Pradeep Sarkar was the video director then, and we were just choreographers who would showcase the dance moves. But that experience of learning under someone, because Caesar and me have never assisted anybody. We've just been choreographers who've learned on the job. And having a video director as Pradeep Sarkar, it was such a refreshing and a great learning experience, because then you know how the mind works, and it's great to have somebody of that caliber too.
And I guess the first one always is special.
It's always special. So I think
just
Rin
like
Poshmal,
your first film.
Absolutely, this will be special. Whatever the fate of this film is, I'm glad that I got to do this.
Thank you for that, because and now it's apparent, but there is so much of similarity between directing a 5-minute song sequence and a film, because you need a story, you need a screenplay, you need to direct actors.
You need
to
and also make it visually appealing.
Visually appealing. You need to know where everybody's standing. You need to stage the thing.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Yeah, I guess it flows easily from one to another. I don't know. So
and I'm glad it's taken me that the time that it's taken. It's given me a little more maturity in terms of how to tell a story so that it's not too sketchy.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Wonder Diamonds, South India's largest lab-grown diamond brand, stores at Chennai, Coimbatore, Bangalore and Hyderabad.